Moral story of the ferocious tiger. Once upon a time, amid India's dark and mysterious forests, lived a formidable tiger named Sadar. Sadar was dreaded by all animals great and little across the animal realm as a deadly predator. He commanded his realm with an iron grip, his thunderous roar and keen claws. The animals in the woods were continuously on edge, fearful of coming into contact with Sadar. They would flee at the sound of his footfall, knowing the penalties of crossing his path. The tiger's reign of terror generated fear and anxiety among the residents of the forest. Sadar stumbled, discovered a trapped and injured deer while prowling across his territory one day. The deer had fallen into a deep pit and couldn't get out on its own. Sadar would have anticipated this to be a simple supper, but something unexpected happened. He had a peculiar feeling of pity for the hapless creature. Curiosity got the better of Sadar, and he approached the pit cautiously. The deer, trembling with fear, pleaded for mercy, hoping that the tiger would show some compassion. Sadar's initial instinct was to pounce and devour his prey, but he hesitated, momentarily captivated by the deer's desperate eyes. As he pondered his options, a tiny mouse happened to scurry by. The mouse was known as Chirpy, a brave and compassionate creature who had earned the respect of the jungle's inhabitants. Chirpy, spotting the predicament, approached Sadar cautiously. "Dear Sadar," the mouse squeaked, "I understand your hunger and power, but what if you could change your legacy? What if you could be remembered as a tiger who was not just feared, but also respected and admired for his kindness?" Sadar snorted dismissively, his doubts overpowering his momentary empathy. "Kindness is for the weak," he retorted. "Power and fear are the only things that matter in this jungle." Chirpy, undeterred, spoke earnestly, "True strength lies in compassion and mercy. It takes a greater character to help the weak than to prey on them. Imagine the respect and admiration you would garner if you were known for your benevolence instead of your brutality." Sadar's gaze shifted from the mouse to the trapped deer. A spark of realization flickered in his eyes as he contemplated Chirpy's words. He understood that his ferocity had created a legacy of fear, but it was never too late to change. Summoning his courage, Sadar decided to set the deer free. With a mighty leap, he descended into the pit and carefully helped the injured creature to safety. The deer, overwhelmed with gratitude, thanked Sadar profusely. News of Sadar's act of compassion spread quickly throughout the jungle. The animals were astonished and intrigued by the transformation of the once ferocious tiger. They started to view him in a new light, their fear gradually replaced by respect. Emboldened by his newfound purpose, Sadar continued to protect his territory, but he did so with a changed perspective. He no longer preyed on the weak and defenseless. Instead, he became their guardian, ensuring their safety and well-being. His roar, once filled with menace, now carried a note of protection. With time, the jungle transformed into a harmonious place. The animals, inspired by Sadar's change of heart, learned to coexist and support one another. The once terrifying tiger had become a symbol of hope, showing that even the most ferocious of creatures could change and embrace kindness. Moral. Sadar's moral transformation taught everyone the invaluable lesson that true strength is not measured by the physical prowess or the ability to instill fear,